buddies. Hang on, I need to close that. Actually, you know what? Let's treat myself. It's rainy today, so we'll use my favorite startup picture of it actually raining. Because, I mean, it sort of rained last night, but, I mean, ground wasn't wet. I'm still covered in dirt from working in the garden, but who cares? Wait. Oh. Duh. I swear I'm a professional. Alright, that music, desktop audio is off. I got speakers now. Well, I found an old speaker I had, so I don't have to wear headphones when listening to stuff on my computer anymore. This is so amazing. Alright, so basic plot of today's beach episode is we are just letting ADHD win again, because I need to get these references done. And it's just going to be random. I didn't have enough to relegate it to one simple story stream. That's wrong. So we're doing this. The latest page of my comic Path to Brighter Stars has dropped. So if you're interested in that, check it out on deviantart.com/runesgeomorph. I didn't catch it in time. I'm sorry if that was really loud. I just watched Cinema Therapy, watch Finding Nemo, so I'm a little stuffy from crying. I didn't think that movie was gonna get me as much, just rethinking about some of the scenes, but it did. Because I was thinking about other things. I hate to say it like that. You. I hate it here. I hate it here. Well, this is only the sketch, so. Whatever. Just merge these two down and not give a damn. No, wrong transform. There we go. So how's y'all's days been? Mine's, well, this week, I can feel this week is gonna be a slow one, because it's, prep week for a lot of us here. So we're just, like, preparing for a bunch of things, but not actually getting a lot of shit done. I mean, we are getting stuff done, but it's just prep work. And realizing, oh, well, this job would be so much easier if we did these 5 other things back in March and whatnot, or started the garden in January and then yeah. The joys of living on a homestead is a lot of waiting on the weather to cooperate, which it never does. And then suddenly in the middle of June, we're like a week out from July and it's still overcast and rainy and not even that hot. Excuse me? Should I reverse her? I should. Even though she's really not that tall. Don't get it twisted. Something about her muzzle is driving me crazy, and I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's because it's angled all wrong. So I don't want to say what all I have planned for... Hello. I don't want to say what all I have planned for the stream because I have like 5 references up that need to get finished, and I don't want to overestimate how long things are going to take, so I just have them planned, and if I finish them all, great. We'll have a great Tuesday. Since I was gonna go play Roblox, but it's telling me to update it. Oh. Yeah, I had to update OBS before I got started, but luckily for me, I've never had to wait long for an OBS update. Mine usually only take, like, at most 3 minutes. Yeah, I don't know about any other Roblox. Same with Medibang. Medibang never takes that long for me to update. I think I'll just erase or select this bit since I already drew it here. That way... That's the with having characters with tails. You can't hardly fit them anywhere. Let's just scoot them over here. Minding our own business. Let's not get too tied up with things. Let's maybe flip it, see how this... Not that button, this button. Unless I angle her tail up a bit more. Or keep it closer to her body. I'm not sure. Not a rune stream if we think we had everything prepared and then turns out, nah. Nah. Let's just say screw it. The great thing about having a bunch of things pre-drawn before you get ready for a stream is, god dang it, if you ever hit a block on other things you want to draw, just have backup so you can just like, you know what, we'll give that a rest and then we'll just go work on this thing. Now for her, since this is a veil behind her, should I... Yeah, sorry, I touched the mic. Should I add the extra outline bits to the veil or just leave it? Like, only outline the parts that stick out but not what's behind the veil or what's under the veil? Or should I outline the veil, even though it's going to be semi-transparent? What was that I said about hitting roadblocks? There we go. Poetry. Poetry in motion. Poetry in motion. Poetry. Poetry in motion. God. I think I'll give it a mini outline and then color the line art to where it looks the same color as the veil. Okay, that's what I'll do. But give anything else normal. Okay. Chat, you want to know what's really infuriating? I haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet, and I have What's Up Danger screaming through my head 24/7. I'm just... It's rough, boys. Can't stop it now, I'm on the wrong layer. Just What's Up Danger? There we go. Add layer, up opacity, bring it back. I'm gonna give her darker eyes than the other fairies I've drawn. So this is another royal fairy from my Cosmic Castaways Pending Title story, and she is kind of like the Weeping Widow archetype. So her husband died during the Fae Fairy War, and she's not been okay since. I'm not sure how much I can say without it being considered a major spoiler. here's the thing with storytelling, especially from my experience. I don't know about any of y'all, but I have like a bajillion ideas and vibes. Ideas, vibes, steams for different stories, and I want to use them, but I'm not sure where to put them per se. Like, I have an idea for a scene or for like an interaction that Lady Elegans, this character, might have with another character that'll set up something for the future. But I'm not sure if it would benefit the story to give that interaction to her. Like, it might be better to give it to someone else, a different character that I haven't talked about on stream yet. No, I haven't. I have not talked about the Cult of Koror on stream at all. I did those off stream. They're on ToyHouse, though. Both my toy houses, my official story, and the fan characters are all linked in the description. For my official stories, go to Steamorph Designs. For my stupid little fan OCs, go to Fan Dumping Grounds. Maybe I should make her bangs, this area, yellow. Got the Princess Peach vibes going on. And then a little bit of orange here. How much orange? Should we go full or just the tips? Just the tips. I don't even know what color dress she's wearing. I didn't figure any of that out. Also chapped, bro. My lips are really chapped. Okay, going back to her. Originally her name was Vera, or Vera, but I'm not sure about that name anymore. Because I changed her design. Like, she was named Vera or Vera after an amethyst stone. Because that's kind of what her design emulated a little bit. But now she doesn't emulate that anymore. And I've changed the function of her character. At first she was just going to be like this silly little Star Dragon fusion Kinsona. But I think if I change her design enough, since she's not like an official Star Dragon, she's just kind of like inspired by the design, and it's kind of unique enough on its own. I think I just might use her as a fursona. So this might just be Rune the Furry, but not Rune Steamorph. See, big difference. No, I had her horns more off the skull. There we go. I didn't draw her in clothes. Well, I got a few outfits here to choose from. You know what? Okay, so, um, probably not gonna have a stream this Wednesday or Friday. Maybe for Wednesday a late night stream, but we'll see how tired I'm gonna be because we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go shopping with the fam. I think I'll draw her this because I really like this jacket I designed. But on Friday I have to take. We have to take my dog to get his rabies shot, so that'll be an all day thing, basically. But then again, maybe late nighters, maybe not. This Friday. Actually, no, I'm not doing any. It's not the. It's next weekend. Alright, looking at my calendar, and I got. Yeah. Probably no stream on 4th of July either. Because I'm gonna have some. We might have some company over. So I'll be working the barbecue. I thought my reference over here, it's over here. It was over there, it's over here. How far does the jacket go? Okay, to the middle. The living room's quiet. What happened? Okay. I thought I forgot to hit the 0 again for the coffee thing. Good God. I don't remember when I did it, but I watched it recently. I finally got around to watching Sonic Prime because we have a Netflix account again, or access to Netflix again. Shh. And I think a lot of people who were watching it, like when it first came out, it goes down lower. Okay. When it first came out, I feel like a lot of people on Twitter oversold it a little bit. Because, I mean, it's not bad. I did very much enjoy watching it, but I felt like it was a little slow, and that's not something you want to feel when watching a show about Sonic the Hedgehog. You don't want it to feel slow. Does it go down to her? Yeah, just to her knees. But I mean, the animation was good. The voice acting was pretty good. The storylines were fine. I thought by the way people were talking that like Sonic was traveling the Sonic multiverse and running into different variations of himself, like all across time and space. Which, I mean, okay. But we literally only met, like, what was it, 3 variations? It's like, really? And it's like an 8-episode show? I feel like this would have been better as a game, but then they got rights to a Netflix show, so that, hey, let's just make it a Netflix show, because obviously we at Sonic don't know how to program games, if history has taught us anything. Now, I've never played a Sonic game myself, but I have watched others play it, and I've heard it's quite the experience that goes out a little further. But I did understand a few of the game references, like spoilers for a show that came out a while ago, when he's in the pirate world and they're like, there be something in the water, and he's like, please not an orca. I laughed at that reference. Isn't that from Sonic, oh god, what Sonic game is that from? Anyway, it's from a Sonic game where he basically fights an orca. It's pretty funny. Alright, I came up with this idea for a jacket that I really, really want to buy now. Or make myself. Ha ha. Very funny. Me, make a jacket? Hilarious. Where you just got this zip up, but it only zips halfway up to like your shoulders, and it's got teeth sticking out instead of like zipper teeth, like real zipper teeth. It's got monster teeth sticking out. This has probably already been done before, but I drew it myself and I like it. Should I give her some armbands? Like for, because I also drew this jacket based on another jacket I saw on Pinterest called, it's like this Chernobyl jacket, Chernobyl battle jacket, and it's like, wow, this is so cool. How much is it? $500. You know what I'm going to do, actually? To save more room here, I'm going to eliminate this design. Because I already drew her in it. And then I'm going to take the different lasso tool and move this to where it's over here, so there's more room for her tail. And there we go. It's just watching Sonic Prime, in a way, really made me miss watching Sonic Boom, the show, not the game. I know the game is garbage. But the show certainly was not and is not. It is hilarious. I liked Sonic Boom for probably a similar reason, or like, not a similar reason, actually. I like that show for a different reason. I like Sonic Boom because it's genuinely funny to me. I don't care if you think it ruined the character, specifically Knuckles. I don't care. It's Travis Willingham. It's hilarious. I feel the same way with when Teen Titans Go came out. A lot of people were bitching and whining, saying, "Oh, they ruined Robin's character," and I'm sitting here like, I don't care. This is so funny because when I wasn't a huge fan growing. I wasn't a fan of the original Teen Titans when it was coming out. I know a lot of people worshipped that show. I thought it was a little I don't know. I don't have the word for it, but it was like I was watching it, it's like, come on, guys. You're being a little over dramatic. But then what really sold me on Teen Titans Go is where they made an episode about them being serious and emotionally complex. Oh my god, that made me laugh so freaking hard because they were making fun of themselves. That's what I like about Teen Titans Go. They weren't making fun of anybody, they were making fun of themselves and saying, yeah, it's a ridiculous premise, but we're gonna have fun anyway. Because it's so ridiculous. What, you were expecting something serious from a show about, Robin, Starfire, Raven, about 5 teenagers with superpowers living in a tower and they don't have to worry about paying rent and they all got superpowers except Robin. But, you know, his superpower is that he's able to survive whatever the hell the universe throws at him. It's like, you expected something serious? No. It's a ridiculous premise. Superheroes are ridiculous as a concept. So we might as well have fun. Which is probably why I enjoy Marvel a little bit more, because they just allow themselves to have more fun, or at least they used to. And when they were serious, it's like, oh crap, yeah, that's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. Now, I'm not a huge fan of jokes all the way around, but like if the point of your whole show is to be a parody of superhero stuff, like with Teen Titans Go, then go all out. I want jokes every like 5 seconds. If you're gonna make a parody about superhero stuff, make it hilarious. And they did. A lot of people were like I said, bitching and whining about them ruining the characters because I get it. Teen Titans was a beloved show, and it got canceled unceremoniously, and then they announced, hey, Teen Titans is coming back as a parody channel, and they're like, oh no, so then people just decided to hate on the show. I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. But then I watched it, and I said, this is ridiculous. I want more. Because it's so funny. There's no reason for them to be singing songs about burritos or tacos, but god dang is it funny. It's so catchy too. Also, it really gave, I don't know his name, but it really gave Cyborg's voice actor the chance to just sing. And he's really good at singing. He is actually really good at singing. I don't know his name. And Greg Sipes is a really good singer too, so Teen Titans Go gave him a chance to start singing. And I can tell Robin's voice actor had a blast being insane half the time. Like, you as fans probably might not have liked it, but I was enjoying every second of that show. There's a bit where I thought the joke went on for a little too long, but then as I was watching it, the longer it went on, I was laughing harder per the second. And I don't know any of the episodes. I would just like randomly catch it when it was on Cartoon Network. But it's the Teen Titans Go episode where they start a book club because they all enjoy reading so much. And the rest of the Titans were like, oh, I enjoyed my book. It was funny. It made me laugh. And then Raven talked about her book, and she was talking about how she could appreciate the artistic expression of the story premise, but the actual execution of certain characters she found fell a little flat. She actually gave a like analytical review of it, and they're like, "What have you done? What have you done?" And they just go insane. There's also a bit in the episode where they go into a comic book because they want to read but enjoy the reading instead of like over analyzing everything about the story. So then they like jump into a comic book and it's like, it's just like, this isn't literature. It's just drawings. It's just pictures and explosions with some words. God, that was so funny. It was like, see, they're just making fun of themselves and they're just having a blast doing it. And I can appreciate an art form where you can just have a blast being ridiculous. Right, her tail. I'm gonna put her tail on a separate layer just so I can... That was a little shaky. Oh, was that the most perfect line you've ever seen? Let's see if I can do that again. Ah, my God. Let's up the opacity slightly. Now, okay. Good enough. So anyway, they get to a point in the episode where they're literally fighting books. I don't remember how we got here. And they have, and the other Titans, to defeat these stories, these animate books, because something with Raven's magic brought the stories to life. And they had to give analytical reviews of the books they read, and it defeated the spirit of the stories, and they were locked away in the chest. And they finally defeat them, and Raven closes this chest that traps the magic that came from the stories in it, and she turns around to the Titans and says, "I hope this doesn't discourage you guys reading in the future." Or something like that. And it just paused. The episode just pauses where they're just stand at each other blinking for, I think it was an actual minute and a half of them just standing there staring at each other blinking. And I had never laughed so hard in my life at anything on TV. I was dying. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's like Happy Tree Friends, where you watch one episode and you're like, this is stupid. But the longer you watch it, the more cracked your brain becomes to where everything is funny. Because that's what it's like when I first watched Happy Tree Friends. I thought, oh my God. Like, for episode 1, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. It's so gory and bloody. Why would anyone find this entertaining? And then by like episode 5 of watching Happy Tree Friends, I was dying of laughter at everything that happened. It's like, oh my God, it was just dark humor and it broke me. It broke me. So maybe that's why I think Teen Titans Go is funny. Like, it's just, if you watch enough of it, your brain just rots and it's hilarious. It's probably the appeal of SpongeBob, but I don't know. SpongeBob memes are hilarious. I could never get into the show because I just didn't think it was that funny, even though I'm just talking about how Teen Titans Go is hilarious to me. Don't question it. It just happens. It's just the way it happens. But Teen Titans Go to the Movies was hilarious. It was actually funny, because it was making fun of superhero movies and all the tropes that went with it, and what it means to be a Hollywood blockbuster and whatnot. And sure, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a stupid kids movie because they were just singing songs. Hey, but the songs were good. Tara Strong got to sing with her actual regular singing voice, and she sounded beautiful, okay? And they sing an upbeat, inspirational song about life. And then they run over the main singer and say, I think his dad's a cop! Run! They literally commit a hit and run on screen in a children's TV show as they're on their way to Hollywood, as they're singing an upbeat, silly, colorful song about life. No joke. And Robin's voice actor gets to sing with his natural voice too, but it was like played up as a joke because this is Robin singing about his superhero movie. I thought that song was fine. I preferred upbeat, but then the Teen Titans in the beginning of the movie sing a rap about introducing themselves, and it's hilarious. Well, it's not. The scene was hilarious, but the actual rap is like, dang, I'd have this on my phone. It's like, especially Raven does a rap number, and it's so good. And come on, Nicolas Cage as Superman. Batman still does not have a singing voice, and it's hilarious. Doesn't have a singing voice. He doesn't have a voice actor, and it's really funny. It's like, he never talks. And I didn't know about this, but Teen Titans Go not introduces, but it like reintroduces some old DC characters called Challengers of the Unknown. I had no idea who they were until I looked it up and went, oh, they were an actual comic series, but like no one knows who they were, but they got invited to the movie screening, and the Teen Titans did it, and it was hilarious. It's like, who even knows these guys? They're Challengers of the Unknown. They're unknown. It's in the name. Or like, oh, we have no chance of getting into that movie. And Raven just goes, you guys know I can just create a portal to anywhere in the world, right? So like anytime they were like, oh no, we're trapped, Raven would just say, portal, and then they'd portal out of there. Well, overpowered, but it's hilarious. So I did spoil some of the jokes. So if you haven't already, watch Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It is actually really funny. If you like superhero movies, or if you're sick of superhero movie tropes, watch that movie. They have most of them. They didn't have the glowing portal in the sky trope. They didn't have that. Although I feel like they were like this close. Alright, switching back because I'm letting my eyes rest. What about you guys? Is there like a show that you guys watch that like you know is dumb and stupid, but you don't care because it's funny? Or you just find it entertaining? I'm like that with Teen Titans Go. I know it's dumb and stupid and makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. Where's that? Oh, it's actually, okay. Whew, we're good. I mean, come on, we get Slade in the movie. I love it. They make fun of Slade, and it's hilarious. Like, they first meet Slade, and, like, Slade, like, turns around, and he faces the Teen Titans, and he's like, and Cyborg is like, Deadpool? No, I'm pretty sure you're Deadpool. Look into the camera and say something inappropriate. It's so funny. And for the Teen Titans Go to the Movies movie, it's not just all jokes nonstop. They actually do have some moments of levity, and the movie is so pretty. The whatever they got for like the budget of the film, they spent it all on the backgrounds and some of the props, because there's a scene that I won't spoil. It actually is a very beautiful scene, but it's when it's a shot where Robin is looking up at the Titans Tower, and it just mwah. If I could find a way, I'd make that my computer background. I'd add that to my computer background collection, because it looks so pretty. I think when the movie first came out, I saw that bit and I said, I need to redraw that. And then I never did. Because, Because like I said in my, was it in my pet peeves? No, it was in my New Year's resolutions video. Most of my plans are schemes rather than actual goals, so they never end up happening. Which is kind of sad, because some of my schemes would actually be really fun if I followed through with them. But I never do. Should her veil be white or black? No, it should be black. Because she's in mourning. Or at least this dark gray. I'd put her in a black dress, but, actually, as a sign of mourning and grief, fairies wouldn't dress in black, because there are plenty of black flowers. To be in mourning, they would dress in grays and browns. Like, whatever color, or maybe some whites even, because no, there are white flowers. Yeah, brown and like tan, shades of brown, I think is what the fairies would actually dress in for like funerals and whatnot, because that's what withered flowers look like. They look brown and ivory and whatnot. But I always imagined her in a red dress, so that's what she's gonna be in. And the style of dress is, 1500s, I think. What I wrote, even though it's weird. I've decided, like, a bunch of world building is, happy accidents that have nothing to do with each other, but then you have to make them work, and that's part of where the lore comes in, and that's when it's fun. Okay, the dress I based it on was gold, red, and peach. Okay. It doesn't have to be the exact colors, but that's what we're going with. So yeah, I decided that because of the way I drew the ambassador, Fairy Society now in this story has reached its 50s era. Like, it has reached its 1950s. But the reason why the royals probably still wear stuff like this is because they, certain families will hold to the traditional wear, especially for ceremonial, ceremonies and trade, like, because they have an image to uphold. But like the fairy, because they dress like this, but the fairy the main export of the fairies, they're most famous for their technology, their light-based technology, which is something I decided the fairies would have light-based technology because I wanted to draw. I'm such a Tron nerd, and I wanted to draw light cycles and whatnot, but the light cycles and light-based tech didn't really match any of my other stories, so I just kind of gave them to the fairies because I thought it'd be funny. And it would make sense because then that would introduce laser swords, and I'm also a Star Wars whore, so that would have been fun. I'm gonna make them more yellow. Yeah. But then I also decided later, fairies in design and naming them, they should be based on flowers. So, haha, the fairy flower race has technology that's based on light. That's funny. If you don't get the joke, read a book. Or Google photosynthesis. I should also make them have a sugar export or something like that. Because in photosynthesis, you produce... when the plants harvest light, they produce glucose. Glucose is very sugary and sweet. So I'm wondering, along with their light cycles, if a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we'll have this fairy tech that we don't actually want. We're just drinking their engine oil because it tastes like sugar. Okay, that's good. But I don't know. White room, stray jacket. Your magic white rabbit has left its writing on the wall. We follow like endless. I just keep typing. That's the same orange. We're falling and we're losing control. The pulling us, dragging us down this dead-end hall. Your magic white rabbit has left its writing on the wall. Should her puffy sleeves be, yeah, they should be a lighter color. Because that's how the fashion of that time sort of worked. If you have any ideas for colors and whatnot, sound off. Because I have no plan. Why don't she follows this color palette since she's based on zinnias? I think it'll be fine. That might be a bit much. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe if I... Hold on. Hold up, people. Hold on. Bear with me. Trust the process. Goodness, puppy. Mr. Snorer. Well, hold on. Let me color her hat before I forget about it. I'm not following any specific pattern of design. But if I do have a specific pattern for clothes, I'm going to keep them as simple as possible. Because I do plan for this series, for this story to be animated in the future, which, ha ha ha. Really? Since this is kind of Spanish style, so I don't have a lot of floral designs. But then again, come on, Pinterest, let's not do the whole rigmarole. Not a fleur-de-lis, or whatever the hell they're called. Patterns I couldn't give a toss about. I do like that, though. Das is good. This needs to get fixed. I'm only saying ich because her hair is already orange, yellow, and red-orange. So I think her dress should just be red and gold. But if she... I'll tell you something about her character. She's supposed to be a contender, or like the opposite of Queen Hydrangea, who is the current queen of the fairies. And she is blue and pink with some silver. So I'm wondering, should she be more... Since... more like harsh colors? I mean, is this red good? I like that a little more, but mostly for the bottom. So we'll have that here. But then keep the dark red for the arms and maybe this middle here. And then for this, we can just like... I don't know what... I haven't designed any of the flags for the nations, so I should probably get on that. Should probably have like her family crest right here or something, which would be a zinnia. So I need to look at pictures of the zinnia flower, so I can draw that. Let's try solid colors here. And then we'll see where we're at. Because if you want to know anything about the Spaniards, they always go overboard. They've overdone it again, as usual. That was the Germans, but still, it's funny. They've overdone it again, as usual. Like their French holiday in 1969. Was it 1939? I don't remember. Numbers and I don't get along. And I was put in speech therapy for 5 years, Lamau? I can't remember if it was 5 or 3. Either way, it was the worst years of my life. So much crying in class. So embarrassing. Core memories. Like, I never cried in class because I couldn't read. or that I wasn't reading fast enough, because my reading comprehension was actually probably a lot higher than a lot of my classmates were, or some of my upperclassmen. I can read and comprehend, you know, but they had me in speech therapy while everyone else was doing their readings. And I got really screwed over with the reading thing because, and I'll tell you why, because they screwed me over because they said, oh, you need to be reading books of your reading level, but the only books of my reading level were like teenage melodramas that I didn't like. You need to be reading at a 4th grade reading level, and the only 4th grade books my library had were like I don't even know what they were. They were just books I wasn't interested in. And guess what books I was reading? I was reading Redwall, which they have listed as at a 3rd grade reading level. And are you kidding me? Did you read the book? 3rd grade? Some of the shit that happened in the Redwall books was like rated R, or like would be rated TV 14 today. And these were air quote children's books. And I made fun of for it. So it was like, hey, you read one of these books. And I'm like, no, they sound boring. It's like, what? Battles are boring to you? That was the wrong folder. I have a picture of a zinnia that I wanted to reference. I'm not sure if this is a zinnia, though, because it's listed as a zinnia, but when I type up zinnias, I get a different flower. This is called Zinnia elegans, so that's kind of what she's based on. Okay, and it's called the Queenie Orange Lime, which I think is funny, because royalty. Ah! My bad. We did? We did. Okay. I can't see the chat for a sec, so no tomfoolery. I'm gonna make this orange a little bit more pink. I'm not sure if this would qualify as like a family crest because it's just a flower. And it's really hard for me to draw flowers because flowers are like, they're folded paper. How do you draw folds? I think I'll do that. And then make this, got like some gold embroidery thread in there. That's too small. And then maybe like some bright pink. That's too pink. There we go. That's the better pink. There we go. Very good. There you go. There you go. There we go. Holy shit, I think she's done. Hold up, hold up. I need to blur this out because it's really bugging me. I gave it the stripes of lower opacity because I thought that's what like a veil would look like. But there we go. Man, those are her colors. a yellow. There we go. I like it so far, but we're gonna save and then go do something else. We're gonna come back here. Or should we actually, because I have a few other characters. Should we do the fairy? Oh, no, Perryton's gonna take a long time. I might not do that on stream. It's just gonna be a lot of will they, won't they's between me and the character design. There we go. Let's just color her. There's one thing I've learned about drawing, specifically with character design and illustration. If you work for like over an hour on one piece, the one piece, save it, don't render. Go do something else. Either go outside and look at something else for a few minutes, go eat something, go just look away for a little bit. Let it rest. At most a day. Go do something else, and then come back to it. And then when you look at it, you can go, oh yeah, it's fine. Or go, that actually, hold up, that something looks wrong. And then you can fix it. Or you can try to fix it. And always flip the canvas. Flip. Guess that's her. Oh, claws. So, early bird access to Art Fight is this Friday, and I'm pumped for it. I'm definitely doing Art Fight streams. So if you're on Art Fight or think about you might want to participate, sign up anyway. Sign up for Art Fight. You don't have to draw like a million pieces of art. You can just like draw one piece of art and then call it good. I didn't think I was gonna like Art Fight all that much either. But hey, if you post your characters on that website, it's basically free fan art. If you think about it. Wait, how long? Okay, the gray goes to here, then the purple, then the blue. Okay. Here. Purple. And then the blue. How far on the tail? Okay, to about... yeah. Oh, the stripes, the stripes, the stripes. How did I do the stripes? Oh, well. Oh, past that, well, we don't see the mid-thigh, so this is fine. Is it actually? Let me just add a little bit here. And then we'll just blend it out. Oh my god. Ow. That's why. Oop. Wrong color. There we go. There's that. And then the stripes. I think I decided the stripes are a mix of these purple and greens with the blue for accent. Because what I was doing for her initial redesign is I blocked it all out, the markings in gray, and then added a color layer on top of it and decided what I wanted it, you know, what colors and whatnot, which they say that's how you're supposed to do art, so you know that the values are different, but oh my god, did it make me want to pull all of my hair out. Sometimes the experts are technically right because they're the experts, but at the same time, it's not helping me. It's your artistic vision, your artistic journey. Express it how you will. So I think, yeah, Art Fight starts July 1st, so I won't be doing it day one because that's a Saturday. But maybe Sunday, depending on how busy I am. I'll start the Art Fight streams Monday, July 3rd, and then I might try to like stream a little bit every day. We'll see about just doing Art Fight, but I'm not going to make any promises because I don't want to disappoint y'all. But next week is going to be, I'm going to be doing a lot of prep work for Art Fight. So if, you know, that might imply redrawing a bunch of references, just working on their ToyHouse folders, because I, you know, want to write more about the characters are like, oh, I'll get around to it eventually. Well, this is my round to it right now. So I'll be working on that all next week. I'll try to do as much as I can on stream, even if it's just me typing. Because then I can, you know, talk about my ideas and get them out of my head. Like, because that's kind of the point of streaming, just talking about ideas to get them out of my head. Because I, you know, have a lot of work that needs doing. That's pretty good. Okay, I think that's good on her markings. Yeah. Alright, now onto her hair. So I'll just turn that off. I forgot her horns. I'll do that in this layer. It's funny, I gave her pink or like lavender bangs, but I don't think I would ever go lavender with my hair because that would mean a lot of treatment, a lot of bleach that I just don't want to deal with. But when it comes to like my actual hair, well, style, it's not the, style-wise it's not the same, but for what I plan to do for colors this October, just look at Rune Steomorph, me, the little PNG on screen. That's kind of how I had my hair for a while, and that's just how I want to go back to in October, because during the summer I'm going to focus on growing out and lightening my hair. But I really want to cut my hair because it's getting annoying, but it's not quite long enough yet to try and stylize it a certain way. But it's just long enough to where it's getting on my nerves. You know, same with, you know, my sister's going through the same thing where we want to style our hair a certain way and our hair's not quite long enough yet to actually cut it the way we want it to, but it's just enough to where it's annoying. I think I'll throw in a bit of white here and there. Non-optional. Color her horns. Now for her jacket, I don't know what her tank top or shorts or shoes are gonna be, but for her jacket, I colored it out on a journal in my notebook, the Book of Persona. Yes, here we go. Alright, hold this out as a reference. We had gray. I'll color that in later. And dark gray. Almost black here, but that's just because of my pen. Dark. I gotta zoom in. Hold up. I got it. Okay. Dark red. Some red stripes in here. Close the book. Dingus. Red along the zipper. Oh, it was a lighter red on the cuffs. Red along the zipper. And red along the teeth. Maybe this was a little darker. The pockets were darker. Scheiße. There we go. Oh, white teeth. It's really hard to translate my sketch into natural drawing because I was using cross-hatching for the coloring because I don't have any actual coloring utensils. I just have gel pens. But that's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much how I imagined it. Now for this, I think I imagine some, like, sports leggings. I would make them the same color. Maybe make this color for this because it's an undershirt. Maybe not so dark on the legs because her markings end right there. So maybe I'll try like a light, like this light gray. Kind of like gray, punky clothes. That's what I'm gonna give to this character. Any fashion I want to wear that's like extra punk or goth, I'm giving it to her. She'll be my furry OC, and we're allowed to dress like an idiot. Of course, you know, the Converse. Totally not neurodivergent obsession with these things. And I'll make that the same gray just to have more consistency. Right, without her markings, this would look fine, but with her markings, I'm not sure. And let me go back and add a little bit more of the red in the teeth. It was like, by herself, her design's fine, but I've gotten to a, I don't want to draw my furries naked anymore, because that's just, I don't know, kind of weird to me. I mean, it was fine for a while. It's like, oh yeah, they're just animals, but after what I have witnessed, you know, I think I'll make them red. There we go. That's a little better. Differentiate between the grays on her feet. Winter gem sporkle. Sporkle, sporkle. cut back a little bit on these ones. And that one. There we go. No, that's how she looks. Okay. I'm not gonna add the black outline for her. I mean, I could. Come on, rain! Sorry, I'm yelling at the clouds because they're passing over. They look heavy with rain, but they're not. They're not raining. And I swear, what did we do on this property to give us the curse of Camp Green Lake? I don't know any Zeronis. I'm up a creek. I can't carry a Zeroni up a mountain and sing while they drink. I can't. I've never even heard of anyone with the last name of Zeroni. But that's just what the superstitious side of me. Actually, the Jewish side of me just says we need to pray the prayer of Honi. Was it Honi? I think it was. I'll look it up later. The prayer of Honi. He was an old Jewish prophet, because he's in the Jewish Torah. An old prophet that he prayed for rain. And he said, Lord, I'm not leaving this spot until it rains. And it dribbled a little bit. And he said, Lord, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a little bit more rain. And then it started pouring down rain and flooding. And he's like, God, that's not what I asked for. I want a right amount of rain. And he was just praying. I think that's how the story goes. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a rabbi. Yeah, the prayer of Honi. Say when we pray. I think the lesson of that story was when you pray, be specific, because then God will answer, but maybe not in the ways you want. So if you want something that's very specific, go ahead and ask for it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, because I ain't no prophet. Ow. There's somewhere in the Torah, I don't know where. Alright, now for the background. I'm gonna start doing this for all my character backgrounds. I'll add a gradient, lighten the opacity, and then have a gray, a white to black base drop behind it. So it's like a desaturated gradient. And then anything I want highlighted, like for these, I want them highlighted, so I'm going to color a little white underneath them to draw attention to them. These are alternative outfits. I really like this one because I really want this jacket. But it's $500 and I'm not sure how I would make it because I'm not Rachel Maxey nor am I Prickly Alpaca, so I can't just make my own clothes. I mean, I could try, but that'll be a joke. And it's not a rune, it's not an alternative rune outfit if I don't put her in, high-waisted pants with a tucked-in Nirvana shirt. Even though I'm more of a Metallica fan than Nirvana. Nirvana's not like an easy symbol, it's just a smiley face. There we go. Need to fix her tail a little bit. Didn't quite color it all. There we go. Alright. She's done. She's done. I still... Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit. Well, I might... Yeah, that's better. That's what was up. Alright, I'm gonna save hers as a PNG. Yes. 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 Save. Lady Zinnia Elegans is done. She is mostly done. However, I'm not sure what to name her. Could I? I mean, I could. Like a little extra interest in her design. Ooh, and then I can add a gradient. Okay. I wonder what the teams are going to be this year for Art Fight. I've added some new characters to my Art Fight profile, and I might add a bit more, but I'm not sure which ones to add yet. Because I kind of want to add characters that are actually going to generate attacks. Like, Thora is staying up. She is my Shrimpian character for a furry comic I have called Doom's Children. And she's very colorful and pretty, so I guess that's why she generated a little bit more attacks. And it's just, like, maybe it was also her personality and character. I don't know. I redesigned a few other characters from that comic. I think everyone got a new ref, which is what Rikyo is part of that universe too. But I am struggle busting his design. Like, his design has taken me literal months. Like, since May, I think. Because I can't quite get it right. It's because I want something very specific. I want his design to read like in Alebreja. Because originally he was just a sparkle dog, and then later, because I realized, wow, I have a lot of dog wolf characters in Doom's Children. They should be, each of them should be a different kind of wolf. So I have Moba, who is an American gray wolf. I have Hamato Yaru, who is a Japanese wolf, which I read a lot of history about the Japanese wolf. It's very sad. I'm just gonna fill that in. So then I made Ricardo, a Mexican wolf, which are still around, just not in quite the numbers they used to be. I might also make a jackal character, because they look like coyotes, but they're basically wolves. I mean, jackal means wolf, so it's just, I might do that. this be pink or more purple? There's a lot of purple on. You know, I realized also that I need to calm down with my Cosmic Castaways working title designs because so many of the characters in that story are purple. And that was not intentional. It's just how it happened. And I'm just, wow. It's just... There we go. Save. Those are all her colors. I'm not sure about her stripes, though. I think something's up. Not quite dark enough. Oh, that's the same color. Yeah, I'll add a little bit of dark into the stripes. And then color back over them. There we go. A lot of back and forthing. So I think I'll save her design like that and then come up with a name later. Make this a little smaller. Color palette so I can fit like a name or something in here. Not sure what the name will be. She might have a completely different name or something. So I'm not sure Rune matches her. I think one of the puppies wants in. There we go. That's better. That's better. Something up with her muzzle. Then that's what it was. Oh, goodness, puppy. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see what she wants real quick. Ouch. I am so flipping sore. Alright, I'm gonna save and then... But I'm not gonna render, because she needs a break. I might struggle with this fairy design for a little bit. Because I'm not quite sure what I want her to look like. What flower did I land on? That's her official outfit color. Because she's, I haven't named her yet, but she's a waitress at the same tavern Sophia works at, and they have a strict dress code. I think I'm also gonna give her a brother. That's a bartender. Or someone that has a relationship with her. That is close to her in some way. Maybe it's like an adoptive brother situation. All I know is I don't want to make her purple. Okay. Tavern. Did I change her? Snapdragon. Okay. She was going to be based on a lotus flower, but then another character named Myuu is also has a lotus flower motif, so I took that away from her and said, you know what, Snapdragon. Because she's going to be snippy. Because fairies are like 3 feet tall, so she's like short and snippy, which is the best character combo ever. There's a fingerprint on my glasses. Hold on, to take care of that. So I decided on Snapdragon. They come in a variety of colors. So that means she would also be like probably orange and yellow. Or maybe more of a red. But Sophia and Myuu are both purple. Again, completely accidental. I designed... Myuu is based on a star dragon I wanted to make for the Make Your Owns when there was still a closed species, but then I never got around to it. I only did Adara and adopted, like, Monarchea and Rez. Which are linked to my fan dumping ground on ToyHouse. So I thought, you know, I got her design semi-done. She was started out as like a purple star weaver. That would be really cool. And then I thought, you know what, why not just make her, like, use her designs. I have a bunch of other Star Dragon designs that I never used. But I really liked their pattern and in colors, so I thought, you know what, let me just add them to Cosmic Castaways and make them like dragons and whatnot. So that's how Myuu came about. And I have a few other characters that I want to try. Maybe... They probably won't all be dragons. Like, Myuu is a dragon with a Quim descent, so she's not quite a full dragon. Am I back? Yeah, okay. Forgot to check that. So... we'll see. I don't know what to do with her hair, though, because Snapdragons are actually really hard to draw. So, like, her dress was supposed to be based on a Snapdragon flower, but oh my lord, I couldn't figure out how to translate it, so I just said, you know what, screw it. The thing with Snapdragons, though, is they are multicolored. Like, they're never a solid color. They're either... Like, the one picture I'm looking at right now is... This one Snapdragon is... They're, like, orange, yellow, and red. Which... I just did a character that's that color palette, so I might change to something else. Like, this one... You can't see it. It's pink, peach, and yellow. Which I might go with that, because that's... It's not purple. But it's not, like, that different to where she, like, doesn't fit in. Because they all wear the same... They all wear the uniform. The waitress uniform is a brown corset pinafore thingy with a cream dress. And now it can be styled in any way they like. Same with their hair. Since they're waitresses, they don't have to... They're not, like, chef's assistants or whatnot. So, I'm wondering, how should I do her hair? Actually, I'm gonna save this. I went to the wrong folder, but I'll fix it later. I'm looking at this freaking Snapdragon. It's like, how do I draw that? Because Snapdragons literally, they look like this. They got... That's a terrible rendition of a Snapdragon, but just Google a picture of a Snapdragon just so you can see what I'm dealing with. They're hard. They're really hard to draw. So I think to get around it, what I'm going to do is I'll give her a bun in the back and have some hair stick out the bottom. And then maybe like a headband with some bangs at the bottom, and then or actually, give her a headband. It's not quite reading Snapdragon, but at least it covers, like, because Snapdragons look like a mouth. And this cute little trick with Snapdragons, if you squeeze the sides of the petals, it opens them, and it looks like a mouth going, which is where they get their name, I think. And she can be based on a Snapdragon. I don't think she necessarily has to look like a Snapdragon, but it does add to the design of her character. I'm not sure. Unless I may... Okay, hold up. There. Sticks out that way. Bottom, and then there's two. Hold up. I think I did something. That might work. There we go. don't really know much about her character yet, besides she's snippy and doesn't take crap from anybody. But she's not the main bouncer, even though she probably could be if she was any stronger. Because fairies are not physically strong. She mostly just hands out the drinks. She doesn't handle the trays of food, because then she really couldn't do it. Actually, what shape are the leaves of a snapdragon? Crap, they don't show it. Okay, okay. So her eyes are also shaped like the leaf of a snapdragon. Okay. We are bordering on mania, folks. And as a fairy, she has gray eyes, so that's just gonna be the way it is. Which is I really like, air quote, subtlety with a reverb in storytelling and character design. I really, like, if I'm gonna base a character off of something, I want them to look like that thing. Not just in their personality, I want them to actually also look like it. Which is why for a Star Wars OC, a Star Wars Jedi OC, I have... Please do not ask! She's based on a Wolverine, so when I redesigned her, I actually made her look kind of like a Wolverine, and like the way her hair is shaped and colored, and the way she wears her robes, it kind of looks like the markings of a Wolverine. At least that's what I was trying to do. Whether or not I succeeded is up for speculation. Is that too muscular? No, it's fine. This, actually, since she is like 3 feet tall, actually, how tall is she? Let me check her bio. She is 3'11". 3'11", which is... short as hell. So how big, if she's 3'11", how big would a pint be in compared to her? How tall were the hobbits in Lord of the Rings? I know, this is worth a Google. Hold up. Lord of the Rings. Let's try, Mary. I spelt it wrong. Adorable little bugger. Mary Brandy Butter. Oh, he was 4'6". Okay, so well, I'll just take that. I'll just find that picture and then scale him down. The pint. Okay, it was like the size of his face. He's like, this is a pint. It's like, they come in pints? I'm gonna get one. It's so funny. Okay, it's the size of his face. He can barely hold it, which I want to know who is in charge of the props to make theirs look so small for a pint to look huge. So, okay, that's the size of his head. So, scale down, because he's 4 feet. Scale it down. Scale her down a foot. And she would approximately... I mean, this is pretty big compared to her head. I mean, I'll just draw it first. Typical barrel style cup that is crooked, but shh, we don't talk about it. Now let's kill the sketch. So a pint compared to wee little snapdragon over here would be probably about yay big. That's actually ridiculously huge, and I'm here for it. I feel like all the other pirates or customers that come into the tavern were like, here, Trump is like, hey, your name, come here. Hold this. And they just asked her to hold things because she's so tiny. They're like, oh my god, look at how big it is compared to her. Which may or may not lead to an innuendo, which will lead to her making a snide remark and then a punch in the dick, because that's about how high she can reach. Imagine her with a gun. She's like, give me your dough, I'll blow your kneecap off. I forgot to merge down. Alright, I know what her character is, so I can get rid of that. Actually. And she is not young by fairy standards. She's, well, fairies live about 30 years. She's 25. No, that's too old. No, wait, hold up. She's... Alright, if you have... the human scale. If we say, like, humans live about 90 years... We got 0, 10. Let's do it by 3s. break this thing into thirds. Actually, hold up. So if we make this 3 squares long, we break it into thirds. Okay, that's 90, 30, 60. But then if this is 30, then we go, okay, 0, 10, 20. Ooh, boy. So this is how okay, let's say human and then fairy. Almost said furry. By furry standards. No, that has terrible implications. By fairy standards, they are like, if you live to 35, applause, because like for like humans, if you live past 90, you're doing great. And this is just the average. So, I forgot that was black coffee. I thought it was hot chocolate for a second. I thought it was hot chocolate. I forgot it was coffee. All right. So, midlife crisis for a human is like 40, right? Yeah, so like 45 would be like the exact midlife crisis. So for them, that's 50, right? Yeah. Okay, this actually puts it a little bit more into perspective. I think I'm doing the math right. I don't know. We've taken it down a notch. We'll do 369 divided by 3 would be 3.5. Actually, no, 321.5. Yeah, okay, I got the math right. So, in order for a fairy to have a midlife crisis, they would be 15 years old on average. So, since she's older, she took this job at the tavern because she has a kid, which is why she isn't wearing her pins, because she has a daughter. She's trying to put her through college or through academy. Let's try that trope. Yeah, she has a daughter. She's trying to put her through academy. She took this job at a tavern at the edge of the universe because it pays good. And she gets good tips. Is her neck too long? Her neck is about the... Yeah, it is. In proportion to her hands, her neck is too long. Now, the head being too big, well, whatever. This is a cartoon, so... There we go. Yeah, that's better. Because your neck is about the width of your hand. From collarbone to chin. At least for me, it is. That's my... about your hand. I don't know, I have small hands, so I might actually have a small neck in proportion to my shoulders, because I got broad shoulders. I should give her like a few stray hairs. She's not the oldest of the waitresses, and she's not the she hasn't worked there the longest, but I think to her race, she is the oldest. So I might actually make her 20. Yeah, I'll make her 20 years old. So let me write that down on her ref. I should add age to this thing. Race, gender, height, age. 20. Age. Age. She's a 20-year-old, which is 60 in human years. Fairy, single mother. Single mother trying to put her daughter through, I'll just say school. Because she might not be old enough for academy yet. So since she is 60, that means she might start to have some gray or silver on her. Which for fairies, she might actually have flecks of brown to show her age. Okay, I'm going to... Species, I don't have it. Okay, I'm gonna make another... Where's my 400 by 400? I'm going to save this chart. And save this as the fairy race ref, or species ref. I'm calling them races because each race is compatible. So they're not, that's the wrong folder. So they're not separate species because they're still compatible with each other. Like you can have like a half fairy, half satyr kid, even though the fairies and satyrs are completely different. Fairy refs, save, and then I'll just close. Then I'll use the eraser lasso tool. Leave her name here, her color palette, and then room for the back of her head. Which I'm not sure if I even need, because it's quite clear what her hair is. But I think I'll draw it anyway. Should I flip it? That's such a good expression. She looked so tired. No, I won't, but I will. So this is what you do with if you want to draw the back of a character's ref, you draw the front, and then you just erase. What's behind. So now you can fill in Like, that's the other ear peeking out. And since this is the back of her head, we would probably see, like, that much of her face. Maybe it ties like that instead. There we go. That gives it more of a Snapdragon look, although not quite. Alright. Save. I still don't know what I'm gonna name her, because the fairy names that I have so far are all based off of flowers. Like, there's Queen Hydrangea, Lady Elegans, which is like a zinnia, and then there's the fairy ambassador whose name is Sappho. Yeah. Sappho Viole, which is, you know, violets. So I'm wondering what her name would be. I'm so glad of how all these references are turning out for this series. Not to pat myself on the back, but sometimes you gotta, because no one else will. I need to stick in her line art. Okay, hold up. Need to make this line art thick. Proportionately so. Not too thick. Her eyelashes are already pretty thick, so I won't touch those. I mean, I could do this along with drawing, like the official drawing, but half of my drawings are just sketches that I clean up. Unless the sketch, it would take longer for me to clean up the sketch than to just do the line art, then I'll just do the line art. Like I did with her ref. It would have taken me a lot longer to clean up the ref than to just start over with new line art. So that's what I did. That was wrong. You can tell with some of my pieces where it's like, yeah, you just cleaned up the sketch for this one, didn't you? And I'm just, It's a stylistic choice. I'm not going to outline the pint because that's already pretty thick line art. Since she's based on a snapdragon, I think I'll name her, like after the Latin name or like a Greek name. Or something, because what? Actually, what's the name of Jim Hawkins' mom? I know she's Mrs. Hawkins, duh. But like, what's her name? From Treasure Island, or Treasure Planet, if you have taste. Wait. Is Jim an orphan in Treasure Island? And then they gave him a mom in Treasure Planet and just said that his dad ran out on him, which I think is a much more compelling story than just saying, oh, he's an orphan. I'm like, well, shit, no trouble. Yeah, you got dead parents, okay. Every kid in... Every main protagonist in fairy tales has dead parents. Because if they didn't, their parents would be like, boy, get your butt home, it is past your bedtime. Which is almost what happened in Treasure Planet, which I thought was so funny. She's like, alright, you're both grounded. There's no way you're gonna go risk your life after some made-up treasure. And then fair, since she's older, I'll give her lighter skin. Since fairies all have gray toned skin. Actually, you know what? Let me look that up. You know, since we're in a doodly mood. I'm a doodly bitch by nature. Jim Hawkins' mom. And mother's name. Sarah! That's what it was. Yeah, Sarah Hawkins. In Treasure Planet. And then there was Leyland as his father. Which, was he named in the... Was he named in the movie? I don't remember. Yeah, what? Yeah, he was. She's like, since Leyland run off on us. It's like, yeah. Her name is Sarah. Let me Google snapdragons. Oh, God. The scientific name for the snapdragon is Antirrhinum. Antirrhinum? Antirrhinum? Antirrhinum. Commonly known as dragon flowers, snapdragons, and dog flowers because of the flowers' fancied resemblance to the face of a dragon that opens and closes its mouth when it is laterally squeezed. Yeah, that's why they're called snapdragons. Because you like squeeze them and their jaws snap. So that's a bust on the name. They're a perennial. I think I'll name her Dottie Perennia or something like that. As long as she's named after flowers. Native to rocky areas in Europe, United States, Canada, and North Africa. There's snapdragons in North Africa? Cool. Dragon flowers. Or dog flower. I'm gonna make her eyes a little darker than normal because she is older. And goodness boy, Mr. Snorver. Jeez. I know I've decided that elf and dwarven blood is gray or blackish. I don't know why I decided that. It was just something you know, this is why. This is this. Why? Well, because I said so. So I'll color her dress, or I mean her uniform, and then, come on, pen, can we not? There we go. I haven't posted the speed paint yet on YouTube, but I did a speed paint of a new character I designed that's also a plague doctor. I plan for them to appear in some, like, if I'm making a video, not necessarily a stream, because that would be really hard to pop up. Like, if I ever, like, cough or sneeze in a video, they'll be in the background with, like, some leeches or something. Then it'd be a fun running gag. Gotta texture the leather. I grabbed the wrong color. I literally did. Yeah, I colored her all wrong. What? No, I didn't. You're just being stupid. There we go. So if anyone's still alive in this chat, real question, what's a good fairy name? Like, any ideas? Because she's based on snapdragons, but I can't just call her Snapdragon. Or whatever the hell the science name was. And I think Perennia would either... Actually, I might go with Perennia. But I might just be like her unseen daughter. Because, you know, snapdragons are a perennial, but they're not the only perennial. So what's something I can name here that's like it almost exclusively snapdragon? Or at least snapdragon type? I'm gonna give her a brown headband. Any ideas? That's the wrong layer. That's the wrong button. We're just wrong all around. Alright, here we go. Let me bring up that picture again. Okay, pink, yellow, and peach. It is very pink. He'll be by your side. There's gotta be something better than this. There's gotta be something better. Something better. There's gotta be something better than this for me. I'll put my courage to the test, and I'll be by he'll be by your side. There's gotta be something better than this. I mean, would this even translate? No, it wouldn't. And then use the select tool for pen. So that I can add texture. Let's just add this pink to the tips of her bangs, maybe. And her hair. And like just the ends. I don't know, does this look good? Hard to tell. I do like that a little more though. Yeah, I like that. If it was supposed to read Snapdragon, so it doesn't read that way anymore. Poo. That's her hair color. Oof, what color should her eyebrows be? Maybe yellow, actually. And was on my nib getting stuck, or is there something on my tablet? I don't know. Two and a half hours. I think I'll finish up her ref and college ed because I haven't had lunch yet. And it is 2:50. Something to do with looking like gold. There we go. Whatever. Shoes. Shoes. Might just make those leather shoes. There we go. I don't know what her name is gonna be, but we will figure that out later. Same with her. Don't know what our name is gonna be. We'll figure it out later. I'm actually gonna render this down. So I didn't get rid of that. I didn't get onto working on these other two references yet, but maybe later. Maybe off stream. I'll think of a name for her, but first, lunch. Thank you all so much for watching, whether it was live or after the fact. Either way, I love you. Probably no stream, tomorrow. And if there is, it might be like a late night stream. We'll see how tired I am. But definitely a speed paint this Friday. For sure. I am not gonna end that day. I'll probably work on it Thursday. A speed paint this Friday for sure. It's not gonna be a talkie video, or it might not be. I don't plan on it being a topic video, so it'll just be a straight speed paint. Whatever. So yeah, next week will be art fight prep. I'll be getting character references done. I'll be getting the announcement little sheet done. I'll be picking teams on Friday. I'm gonna go pick my art fight team. Ow. And yeah, for the future, that's going to be it. Be sure to check my links in the description if you want to see everyone's, I should probably link my Pinterests, because I thought about it. I thought about yesterday, if anyone follows my Pinterests, both of them, or either of them, you can see, like, just follow my mental pattern of hyperfixations or study. Like, if you want to know what project I'm working on, look at my official Pinterest board and, see what all I'm saving. But then if you want to know what my hyperfixation is, look at my my fandom Pinterest, because then it'll just be a bunch of pictures of whatever. But that might be a little invasive. I don't know. We'll see. If y'all are interested, sound off in the comments. And the like. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know I'll see you again some sunny day. Or rainy. Or overcast that looks like it's gonna rain and then never does rain. Anyway, bye.